Starting the live session on YouTube. Keep watching. We're going to showcase the few thermal drones here. The Mavic 2, the hot new one. And then if you have any questions, just feel free to type here. We will answer you guys. All right. Let me see. Okay. People can see from this monitor.
Okay.
Yeah, you can put it over there. Okay, you can continue to talk.
Now, when you first initially started up and everything, you're gonna first put the battery into the Boson camera. That little view package that we have for you. Put a 9-volt battery inside the back of the Boson camera, and then what you would do, you connect this fist mount right here that we already had on the Mavic.
All right, easy. Mavic 2.
And you just snap it on right that. Easy as 1, 2, 3. Just snap it on. And then what you would do, you'll take this right here, and you'll slide this baby right into this right here on the side. Just like that. Now y'all do have questions whether or not it would mess up the balance of the Mavic 2. It would not mess up the balance. It would still fly perfectly in the air.
Yeah.
Now, as far as mountains go, like way up in the mountains, we're not sure about the winds up there, so it's a little bit different than down here.
Yes. And also, you asked if you can tilt this camera up and down. So you can go straight forward like this, or you can tilt the angle all the way down. So this is a 640 Boson. You can use a 320 Boson as well. Keep in mind the size and shape of the FLIR Boson vary a lot from size to size, from lens to lens. Generally, the shorter lens are okay. Sometimes the shorter lens will make the camera bigger. We haven't tested all the configuration in the lenses, especially the bulky ones. But generally, if you have a typical Boson 220 or 640, this will work. And then another question people ask is, how long can you fly this? Well, this, if Shahid can help us grab the little scale on my desk, and then 2 antennas here, and the top, Mavic top. We can show you this. It's about barely, without a camera, it's barely even 100 grams. So yes, we will do some minutes out of the stock Mavic, but it's not a lot. Maybe 3 to 4 minutes. So this one, DJI advertises 31 minutes. You will have theoretically about 27 to 28 minutes. But in reality, even the stock Mavic, you don't get full 31 minutes. Maybe you have 25, 26, 28 minutes. Whatever the realistic number you get from the stock Mavic, subtract about a few minutes, like 3 or 4 minutes out of that, and you still got plenty of time flying this with the Mavic. And you want to talk about the sensors too?
So maybe I bring it closer to the camera.
Yeah.
So you can see here that none of the sensors are going to be blocked by this payload. So this gives the drone the same flight characteristics that it would normally have with or without the payload. So indoor flying, outdoor flying, everything is going to be exactly the same. Just a little bit of reduced flight time, as Tony said earlier. Overall, very good, very powerful package for the size of it. Forward optical sensing, and in this particular camera, you have your zoom, so you're able to zoom in closer. So this is really, really ideal for somebody doing inspections. You could use the daylight camera to zoom in close to your thing, and then work your way to it, and then use the thermal camera to get the images that you want that are based on that particular type of inspection. Sensors all the way around on this drone are really, really good.
Yeah.
So And it's nice that it snaps on and snaps off, and it doesn't have any effect on the drone's performance other than a little bit of flight time.
As you can see here, all the side, top, and rear sensor is not affected by this. Like Joseph just talked about this, these sensors are not affected either. The front one clear. And the nice thing about this, you have side-by-side view, you know, the daylight camera and then the thermal camera. You can compare. Talking about this design, if you check the videos, previously we initially designed, thank you, yes, that one. Okay. No, the one on my desk. It is bigger. Grab that gimbal and check. It's on my desk. Oh, here we go. Alright. You can grab this and compare with the thing on my desk. Not exactly that one. Another one. Yes, sorry about that. So we initially designed this for the Mavic 1. Of course, the original configuration is a little bit different, but we later on, changed a little bit and make it fit to the Mavic Air. What I mean here is that the Mavic 1 was released like late 2016, right, or early 2017, and then about September 17, we designed this for the Mavic 1. And it seems that the Mavic Air was released sometime early 2018. We had no idea of the Mavic Air when we first designed it for Mavic 1. And then later on we changed, modified a little bit to make it fit on the Mavic Air, which we don't have today, but you can check the video. And now when the Mavic 2 comes, you can see that we have not changed a thing on this one, and it just fits right in the Mavic.
So I think the biggest important thing here to realize is that this payload transfers from drone to drone, and it does not require any modifications to any of the drones that you would put it on. And it easily can move and upgrade. So you could buy a payload and go from the Mavic to the Mavic 2 with maybe a very simple change of the mounting bracket.
Exactly. And then simple change, and you can see it runs on its own. It has its own battery, which will give you, I would say, about 30 minutes or more, which is longer than flight time of the drone itself. So you're good to go. And this is the monitor here. Monitor for the truck, but there's no need. All right. Okay. And
keep in mind that the Boson camera, it does come in two resolution styles, 640 or 320, whichever you prefer. The 640 is a much better resolution. It is a big, huge difference as far as resolution goes from the 320 to the 640. I know I have a lot of people questioning about whether or not what is 640 resolution and 320. The best way to explain that would be like far as, I guess you could put it like if you have like a 1080 TV versus a 720 TV. You realize the resolution on a 1080p is much better than a 720, so therefore you could put
hear us better.
Yeah,
the same line as that as far as resolution goes.
yeah. All right. Okay. So do we hear well enough? Do we speak loud enough, everybody? Okay. Visible. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Well, I guess if we want, we can fly this a little bit right here. This is the controller, right? So, all right. Yeah. All right. Um, I guess what we want to do next is we would have maybe why don't we just go ahead and fly this a little bit to see we can rotate that phone and then we can just quickly put it in the air. Is that a good idea?
Yeah, I'd also like to add just that all the drones that you see on the table, everything on the table is a DJI drone, but it should be understood that our camera payloads will work on any drone that can carry the capacity. So if you have Unique or another drone manufacturer, you could contact us and we could work it out with you to make you a custom solution. So you're not just limited to DJI drone. It could be any drone that could carry the capacity, and we can give you the measurements of the weight of each of the payloads, and that can help you determine if it will work on your particular drone as well.
And one more thing to also add about our gimbal and different cameras, we have the ability to put on different drones as well. So I know some of y'all are always concerned about when DJI discontinues a drone, and then you be pretty much stuck with that camera, that FLIR camera. Like for instance, let's use the Zimmy's XT prime example. Zimmy's XT, you only can work with an Inspire 1 or a Matrix 200 or a Matrix 600. You cannot put that on an Inspire 2, so you are very limited of what sources to put the cameras on. That's far as goes with just about any DJI camera. You is limited whether a drone is limited to put it on. But with our camera system, our thermal solutions do not limit to anything. So even if the drone discontinued or anything discontinued, you still had a chance to put that on another drone, or you can keep it with that drone. You don't have to worry about buying a new platform just to certify that camera or anything like that. So that's one positive fact you have to look out for and everything. And then you don't have to worry about spending extra money to purchase extra cameras as well. So you get your investment worthwhile out of it.
Exactly. So, like I said earlier, we designed this for the Mavic 1, but whatever drone came after that, it would just fit right on. So this what drone agnostic, and then future-proof. Anything in the future, you can be you have peace of mind. All right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna rotate that. I'm gonna fly this quick here.
It's not turning with me. Not even close. It's going the other way. There we go. We're getting there.
All right. This button will rotate. That's right. Yeah.
Probably maybe come back a little bit further, just because you're going to go up too.
Question here. Everybody just
Okay. So this is Mavic 2 thermal with the VuIR Boson mount. Okay. So you can see that thing took off without any struggle. Very nice. So if somebody asks about the balance of this, we can say, of course, when you add something, the balance is tiny bit off, but you can see that it doesn't have any problem handling the extra payload attached to the side of it. And here you can see the let me bring it up so you can see the daylight camera here, and then a thermal camera over there. Of course, that's the fixed mount. It's not stabilized, but as long as that Mavic is not shaking that a lot, then you can still see it already. So let's keep this thing hover a little bit. And all right. So we can and let's talk about something else. The VuIR Touch Standard that Eric and Joe are familiar with. Well, I'll change to the something else on the Mavic.
Okay.
All right. So let's.
So we're gonna come around. Hopefully this time. Yeah, there we go. It's still fighting me, but there we go.
So, what Eric has here is called the VuIR Touch Standard. It looks called the Phantom series of other drones, like Fire 2, 210, 600 Pro, whatever drones you have to carry this. So this is a stock Phantom. A stock Phantom, all right. And then we have this. Oh, is it? The videos, is it mute? It's not mute, is it?
I don't think so.
So what you can do is go to use your phone and then check the intelligent videos.
Okay.
YouTube. And you see it.
Okay.
You can hear noise.
Okay. I'll check.
Or is it like events of you can take pause and yeah, okay. Alright. So alright, so this is a stock Phantom 4. And what we're going to do is attach this adapter underneath. Real quick.
Well, what's really nice about this solution, it doesn't require any tools, and it snaps on in a few minutes and snaps right off.
And then, oh yeah, we need the leg risers as well, which Eric is looking for already. So we have this to, make to rise the Phantom so it has enough clearance underneath to house this gimbal. Yeah. Louder? Okay. Hello. All right. Sorry for the. We're outdoor, and then this is the first time we do this on the phone, so the volume, the sound might not be too loud for everyone, and we apologize for that. We will make it better soon. Okay. So I've attached the leg risers or leg extender, whatever you call them, and then now I can slide this. It's what it is a gimbal plus a control plus video downlink system, everything together. It has its own battery. So Eric will show how this works. This monitor. Let me see. What channel is this on? 8. Oh, 1. Okay. You can see this right here. Alrighty. So this one is a gimbal light camera. So you can see it stabilizes the thermal footage better than the other one, which is not stabilized. And Eric can turn this on. And then, we need a battery, which is in there. Alrighty. Oh, so 1, 2, 3. It's in there. Oh, alright. Okay, let me rotate this so. Alright. So you can play around, turn, tilting, panning, and then change color palette. By the way, it's a touchscreen. Maybe you can here you go.
So right here you have here the touch screen for the gimbal right here. On the touch screen, I have different functions on there for you available. We have here
Yeah. Okay.
your palette control, your palette button right here. We have the tilt and pan.
And, okay.
Yeah, tilt and pan. So right now I'm gonna hit the tilt button on here.
It's okay now. It just needed to be restarted. Okay, so there we go. Now you can go back to tilting. I'm just the technical advisor here, so I'm helping him. There was a little bit. So there we go. He can go back and show you now that it tilts.
So now I'm pushing the tilt button on here. So we have this little scroll bar. So basically you just take this little bar right here, on the side right here, and then you just move it up, and you move it down. Just like that. Now, if you want to pan, it's the pan button right here, and you'll take this button, and you just move it, just like that.
Yep.
And then you move it just like that.
So what we're seeing is that there's maybe a hard time seeing the screen because we're outside.
I got it.
Maybe I should just go over the features of what the screen can do. So this screen basically communicates directly with the payload. It does not require anything to be hooked to the drone, and it can be completely by itself. This is really powerful because we can put this on a Phantom 4 or just about any drone that can carry it.
You can show the Inspire 2 right there.
So the Inspire 2 also is another drone that it can go on very easily. Now the touchscreen, he was going over it. We have pan and tilt. Now this is an LCD touchscreen. It's much like an ATM touchscreen, so it's a little bit beefier. You push on a little bit harder, and it will allow you to pan and tilt the camera. You can start and stop video. You can change the color palettes on the screen. You can do flat field correction, and you can do zoom on this. And this will work with any VuIR Pro camera, regardless of the resolution or the speed. This solution snaps on the entire drone in a matter of minutes. The drone will fly as normal. Again, the only drawback is a little bit less flight time. All the other characteristics should stay the same. In this particular case, we had to put a blinder on the back for the downward sensors. So this is bigger. It's more intended to be an outdoor vehicle to do outdoor inspections, where the Mavic could be the Mavic 2 or the Mavic 1 could be the indoor inspection for thermal. It's much smaller, easier to get inside. So what's nice is you get this touchscreen along with our package, and it allows you to pan and tilt, control most of the functions of the camera wirelessly and independently. And this doesn't have to be on a drone even. You could put this and mount it on a vehicle. You could mount this on a pole. You could mount this at a fixed position and use this controller, up to, I would say, 1 kilometer to 2 kilometers away, and be able to manipulate the camera and see the video. So I'll go from there, and so the map is also, let's switch it over to the Inspire 2 to show that it can go there easily. We'll make a little bit of room on the table. We've already gone over the Mavic 2. And it may be hard to see that screen.
Yeah.
We have a lot of videos that show how that screen works. So our YouTube channel and our Facebook channel, there should be additional videos that show in detail how that works.
Remove that.
Flight time with this baby, you probably get at least 10 to 15 minutes on there.
So this video, the flight time has been tested and approved by Roswell flight test crew. Yes.
And you can see independently off the drone right now, it is working without being any power. It is self-powered, which is really important for this type of a payload. It makes it very easy. And as you just saw, I took it off of the Phantom 4. We're just going to snap it onto the Inspire 2, and we're ready to go. And that's all it takes for us to change it. Very quick and easy. One specific mount that's designed that you can leave on the Inspire 2 when you're not using the extra payload. And then when you want to use the extra payload, you can just very easily snap it off and snap it on.
Now, the good thing about flying with the Inspire 2, is that this right here, you could turn off the downward sensors, and then you can fly just like that with the gimbal. Now, let's say that you don't want to turn off your downward sensors. Then you could just put the camera in front, and then once you put the camera in front and everything, that right there, you could take off your S4S camera or S5S camera, whichever camera you have, and we can design a front piece right there for you. And so the FLIR camera will go in front for you, so you won't have to put it in the back if you don't want to. And then you will keep all your sensors. If you worry about if your sensor, the downward sensor might be affected by anything, you can keep all your sensors just like that.
No, like this?
Yeah.
But you could also, like I said the first time, you can fly.
Oh, you
Fly
take
with two
picture.
cameras
Sorry,
on here, but if you fly with two cameras on there, make sure you turn off your downward sensors so you can get it go. Because if you don't turn off your downward sensors in the DJI Go app when you're flying it with the gimbal on, then your drone would think something's blocking the bottom of it, so it would start acting kind of funny, maybe jerk to the left a little bit.
This is covered in all the manuals for our product. Explains some of how we've worked around the downward sensors on the Inspire 2 and on the Phantom 4. The other thing that's really important is, like here, as you can see, this has its own self-contained rechargeable lithium battery that plugs into a very simple charger. It does not require you to understand LiPo batteries at all. It looks like a 9-volt battery, but it's a much higher capacity. And these batteries can be interchanged very easily on the go. So you can have 3 or 4 of them to have more time with your gimbal and use it on whatever payload or whatever machine that you want.
All right. One note I want to add here is we use a brand new camera. So out of the box, the camera will in the upright mode, where the video is in the upright mode. In this gimbals, all the VuIR products, the FLIR Vue Pro is installed. It's like kind of upside down. So you can easily download the FLIR UAS app on any app store, and then go to.
Let me increase the brightness for you so that you can see.
How about doing so?
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Yep.
Yeah, sorry about that, everybody.
Yep.
So you go to you FLIR UAS app, and then go to settings and flip the image, and now you can see. I'm not sure if you see that. Okay, the image now is right side up. All right, so that's just one thing. You just need to do it once, and everything it works. And of course, it's a FLIR app, so you can download and do a lot of settings to the camera. So not just for this, but also for the camera. And in a recent video, we show how to use that to turn on, to prepare the camera so it can receive the map link, geotagging information from our other VuIR series. So you can use this app to prepare and do geotagging. So this is called VuIR Touch Standard, the standard one. It doesn't come with the geotagging, but the next one, the next ones that will do geotagging, that means saving the GPS information with the pictures for mapping and stuff like that, are called VuIR Touch Pro, the Pro version of this. And then we have the VuIR TAF HD with the HD digital video downlink, which we're gonna showcase maybe in the next live video, next live event. So for today, we're showing the VuIR Boson for Mavics and other Phantom 4, and VuIR Touch Standard, Phantom 4, and Inspire 1, Inspire 2. Okay, so next to you.
All the settings of the camera that he was going over, if you do purchase the camera through us, we're of course going to set the settings for you.
Yes.
So the product will work out of the box without you having to flip the image or do any of these other settings.
Oh.
Now, if you don't buy the camera from us, we will give you instructions and explain to you exactly what settings you need to change so that it works perfectly with our particular products. But it's very simple, it doesn't take much time. And one of the things is that you can change up to 3 color palettes on the touchscreen. You can set in the Vue Pro app up to any of the 3 that you want, and then as you fly, you switch between those 3. So as you do it each mission, you can decide which 3 color palettes are the most important for the particular type of work that you're doing. We've used the 3 most common palettes. There may be other situations where you need some of the others. You have access to all of the palettes in the camera. It's just a matter of using your phone and a Bluetooth connection to choose the 3 that you need for this specific mission and payload. Overall, like I was saying, it's a very good, streamlined system. I know there are a lot of people out there that are trying to sell things like this on the internet. Ours is the first solution that you're going to see out there that's completely secure. There are no wires hanging out of this. We don't have to do anything to your drone. You don't have to do anything to your drone. You can just buy the product from us. It snaps onto your drone and it works. You don't have to worry about, pulling a power line out of the drone and possibly voiding the warranty or anything like that. This literally just snaps on and goes. And from, you can pick a camera that you want. You pick the style of drone that you want to use it on. And like I said before, you could use other drone other than DJI. We have only DJI on the table because they are the most common manufacturer of drones today. But we have done solutions for Unique. We have done solutions for many other drone manufacturers. So you could contact us about that, and we can give you the weight specifications of each of our payloads, and then we can look at your drone and see how much it can carry and make sure that it's going to be able to carry the payload that we have for it.
I think you could show how.
Okay. Yeah. So put the Inspire back on there. Okay. Yeah. I mean, maybe you're gonna.
And be free to ask any question if you have any question to ask. We answer.
So this looks like a lot of stuff, but in reality, it makes it really easy. So things that you're used to the radio. If you're gonna fly, a Phantom 4 or a Phantom 3 or even Inspire 1, Inspire 2, the radios are all pretty much the same. What we've done is we've created custom mounts that allow us to put everything onto one place, and this will allow us to actually put everything together. So here, all of our products are modular, and they just snap on and snap off. So here we're going to snap off the monitor. I just want you to see the breakdown process of this and how easy it is to get all of this on here. So we have our monitor for our FLIR, we have the touchscreen to control the FLIR, and we're going to have our smartphone, which you're familiar with, for the Go app, and the controller. So basically the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our custom mounted, and we're going to slide it onto the DJI mount, and it slides in place like that, real nice and snug. And then from here, we can take our monitor, and we've included holes in the design for this particular part, so it will lock into the bottom of this monitor nicely, and then we can snap it in and lock it in place, so that monitor is not going to go anywhere. And then from here, we now have a place to put our smartphone. Obviously, we would be connecting our iPhone cable or a USB cable to the back of the controller so that we can see the real-time footage of the daylight camera from the Phantom 4 or the Inspire. Now we have the touchscreen. The touchscreen just snaps on here very easily. This is going to allow somebody to basically run the daylight camera and the thermal camera at the same time and be able to control pan and tilt, start the video, stop the video, do all those things. So this Phantom 4 package can be a small solution for a starting up thermal business. This package is very simple. A lot of the packages that are out there, the entry level for the cost is so high, and that was our intention, was to make a package that's entry level, affordable for most roof inspection, utility inspection. Obviously this needs to be price competitive, and this solution is, compared to what's out there in the market that's being sold by other manufacturers. Let's see, so that covers that. We've got the Inspire 2 here. Again, we can easily go from an Inspire 2 to a Phantom 4 with this solution. We can go to a Mavic, we can go to a Mavic 2 or Mavic 1 if you want to use a Boson. We use a little bit smaller camera for the Mavics because of the payload. But again, we've built this solution with the Vue Pro for many, many different types of drones. has the capacity to carry the payload. And again, very clean and simple solution. A lot of solutions that people are selling right now just they don't have it customized and packed like this. There are no wires hanging out. This is very simple. Anyone can use this very easily. Literally, you just take your battery out, put your battery in, flip your off and on switch, turn on your touch screen, turn on your monitor. As you see, it just initialized and you're ready to go. So this is very easy entry level for somebody who's getting into thermography or thermal imaging for inspection. This is a very good entry level product to start out with, and you know it won't break the bank. So I'll let Eric talk about some other stuff. Maybe he can talk to you about some of the questions that he gets from customers on a daily basis.
Well, one thing for sure, let's say if you're starting up your own inspection company or anything like that, you want to start with something with, if you haven't flown before or anything like that, you want to start with something with obstacle avoidance, something with some sort of sensors in there. So therefore, if you don't run into crashes or anything like that.
Speed up sound. Sound loud.
Louder?
Louder.
Speak louder. Okay.
Speak louder.
All right, sorry about that, y'all. I think y'all can hear me about that. So, if you are interested in starting up a drone business, anything like, I'm not drone, sorry about that. I mean inspections business. Therefore, you might want to think about getting on a copter that has obstacle avoidance and sensors around it. So therefore, you won't crash into no trees, no buildings, anything like that, or your workers won't crash into anything like that, and you'll still be somewhat safe and everything. As long as you do not put the drone in sports mode, it should be okay. Good thing about the Phantom series, the Phantom Pro, it comes with have 4 obstacle avoidance. They have one tattoo in the back and 2 in the front. So therefore, you want and on the sides too as well. So you won't hit none on the side, you won't hit none on the front, and you won't hit none on the back. So you cover it on all 4 sides. That's a good thing about it. And then you go, so therefore when you put your thermal camera on there, you feel a little bit more safe of not crashing anything. Yeah.
So, you have any questions that we keep receiving from our previous customers? You can, talk about those now.
Now we also have questions about Radiometric. Radiometric is good for if you're doing accurate temperature and everything. You need accurate reading. Some solar panels require you have accurate reading, and some inspection you will want an accurate reading. Then that's when you probably need your Radiometric camera to order to do that. The good thing about the FLIR Vue Pro Radiometric, it has spot meters on it. So therefore, it shows the accurate temperature on there. If it's showing as a reading of you, let's say you point the camera at a window, the window would say 55 degrees. If I point that camera at a wall, that wall might be harder or colder. So it might say 60, it might say 20. You would be able to see that through the camera as well.
Do we see the Inspire too?
Oh. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Maybe take this way. All right. Not too much. All right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Do we see it?
A little more.
Oh, more to this side.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, yeah, keep talking, Eric. Don't worry about me.
Okay. So, a good thing about this is, let's say if you want to go with, I guess, if you're on flight time, and you feel personally concerned about flight time and everything, then I would recommend you getting something like an Inspire 2 or bigger, like a Matrix 200.
Yeah.
So therefore, you can retain just about at least 25 minutes of flight time. With the Phantom, you probably only retain only 10 to 15 minutes with the FLIR Vue Pro camera on there. Now, if you say, let's say your budget say, Eric, my budget doesn't allow me to get the FLIR Vue Pro camera, but it allows me to get the Boson camera. So what we could do, we could have the Boson camera, as you show right there, put that on the mount, put the Boson camera on the gimbal mount for you, or we could put on a fixed mount. Then your Phantom series will get that 20 minutes you're looking for as far as flight time. Probably a little more than that because you put a Boson camera. You probably get at least 25 minutes off.
So, some people say that, we outdoor, so pardon us for the low volume. We try to speak pick up as much as we can. Next time we can move indoor and talk indoor, and then we go outdoor here and demo the FLIR. It's a little hard to demo both. With the sound, perfect sound, and then demo. So, pardon us for the first time. If you are interested in this, please just give us a thumbs up, and then we will continue to do this next time in a few days. So if you have any questions or any comment, or you want to see something else from us, of course, yes, please, you are so welcome to leave us a comment or give us a thumbs up. All right, you can continue.
All right, so now we have here, we also have here, I think I already explained to y'all earlier today about the 640 resolution. The FLIR Vue Pro camera come in 3 different lens sizes. It come in 9mm, 13mm, and 19mm. Them lens sizes depends on the distance, how high you are flying. So you truly have to know how high you think you will be flying to know what exact lens to really pick and everything. In theory, every lens will work for you. You just gotta know. I guess it depends how many times you want to do your mission flight plan over your object. Depends on the lens size you pick. 9mm lens is a wider lens, so therefore you will cover a larger area and everything. But keep in mind, your as far as your object you be looking at, you might lose some little bit detail. Depends on what resolution you go with. The different resolution has different lens size at a different angle and everything as well. So that's one thing you want to think about as far as picking lens size and everything.
Great, so we have a question from CHY. So do you have a drone or camera with AI capability for building facade inspection plus thermal scanning capability? As far as AI, we don't have anything just yet. We probably will catch up anytime in the future. AI now relies just on the drone itself. These are the things that we want to attach to the drone and carry this gimbal and camera, so you can do inspection probably most likely manually right now. Of course, you can fly using fixed 4D. You can fly the drone, plan missions, and fly and take this. You'll put this on automatic picture capturing, and then after the mission, you can go back and stitch the pictures together. As far as the drone, talking to this right now, because of the design, we want to make it independent of the drone. It's not talking to drone. So if you do Pix 4D, for example, we keep asking Pix 4D, you can set missions for this to use on Pix 4D with Pix 4D. Fly mission as normally. The only thing you do is you need to set up automatically the capture mode on the FLIR camera, which you will be to do so using our touchscreen device, and then the FLIR UAS app. All right, so I mean, hopefully in the not hopefully, we're thinking that geofencing, yes, of course. I just mentioned the geotagging in the first video, the previous video. So this is the VuIR Touch Standard series. It doesn't have the geotagging. If you mean geofencing by geotagging, that means you have GPS information saved on the picture. Yes, so this is a standard version, doesn't do that. The next version that does that is VuIR Touch Pro. We will show next time, but in the previous video to this live event, we already talked about geotagging. And also another series we have is VuIR Tab HD, and it will do that. We also released a standalone geotagging module, which we will show next time. But what it does is it has a separate GPS. What they do is they have a separate GPS of the drone, and then it will talk to the FLIR Vue Pro camera. When you do pictures, it will save the GPS information to the pictures. Also, on the body, there's an SD card. It will automatically log the GPS information every half a second. If you want less or more, you can talk to us. We can adjust that time interval, but right now it's fixed at half a second. So even if you don't do pictures, you do flight video, the FLIR camera doesn't do geotagging for video. But you still have a separate SD card that logs the GPS information, the flight path, every half a second. So, so later on, for example, you want to see where that video was recorded, you can retrieve that information from the SD card and then know where it was. All right. So, Eric has something else?
And also keep in mind, we also do. You don't see it here right now, but we also do customization too as well on the big copter. Let's say if you have like a Matrix 600 and you want to outfit it with a camera, or you want let's say you want to do put a mechanism on there, like a lifting mechanism or a dropping mechanism on the Matrix 600 Pro. We do that as well. So you could contact us and we'll create a solution for you for that. And then that solution typically, if it's like something really big, it could take up to 4 weeks for that design to come through. But we do customization on the Matrix 600 Pro as well. So if you have any ideas or anything that you need something to be customized, just contact us, and then we'll create a quote for you, package for you, and get you up and running for you.
All right. So thank you CWY for asking another question. So he asked, is it possible to have missions for the drones as a team? We're not so sure about the question. Yes, I'm sorry. But what if you mean by flying missions? I already mentioned earlier, using the Pix40 or drone to fly, you can deploy the drones normally using those software or apps. All you need to do is just set this on automatic picture capture mode, and then you can, or you can do video as well. But for the picture mode, you can stitch together and build the maps later on. Yes, as far as missions or anything, it's about the drone, and we have not modified the drone in any way. So you can fly the drone normally. You can fly this with the drone with this. The only exception is it might interfere with the downward sensor when you fly low, but when you fly high, it probably doesn't do anything to it. So, or you don't need those sensors, so you can turn off those. As far as the sensors, Inspire 1, Inspire 2, the Phantom 4, you have to just disable the downward sensors. But for the Mavic solution with the Boson, you don't need to do anything. Yes, of course. Okay. So what do you mean by? So what? Let me see. Where's it? All right, here we go. So you asked about question in the team. Yes, you can have a separate monitor. You can have save touchscreen here for. So the monitor here is for a pilot, for one single person to handle drone and do the control the camera and gimbal simultaneously. For a team having multiple people, of course you can have another separate monitor which will receive the same video signal, and then you can also, you can control it. This is for the pilot, but then you can always also take this out, and then or have another one for the actual operator, the thermal operator, to do his job. So you can, just like a normal aerial video footage mission, you can do this with multiple people as well. One pilot and another operator, or maybe even two, viewing the same footage from the camera. Yes.
And keep in mind, this is not going through DJI Go app. It's going through it's going through a FLIR app. So you're on two separate systems. You're on the one on the FPV system with the thermal solutions system, and then to get your daylight camera and everything, you'll be on a DJI Go app system.
Yeah. Okay. So yes, this is one single controller, and then you can add another one, and you can fly as a team as normal. You know, mission. Yes. All right. Okay. So this is again the VuIR Touch Standard, the standalone gimbal video controlling system for the FLIR Vue Pro camera. Previously, we demonstrated the for the Boson on Mavic or on Phantom. I'm demonstrating again this thing you can move from one drone to another easily, from the Phantom to Inspire to Matrice to 10, etc., and back. Normally, yes. And the next thing I want to show you here, which is an update. We haven't talked about that yet any video yet, which is we mentioned it, we talked about it in a few videos, but we have not talked about it on the Mavic 2 yet. So we've done it's called the VuIR Boson 3-axis gimbal system for the FLIR Boson. Unless you have anything else? No. Okay, and we demonstrated for the Mavic 1. So the update today is we want to show that it works also on the Mavic 2. We just demonstrated the fixed mount that works on the Mavic 2. What about the 3-axis system for the Boson? We've not mentioned that in any video on a live event, so we're going to do it today. This is, yeah, exactly. So this is the gimbal, and you've seen earlier, okay, here we go, sorry. So this is the, again, we have to keep apologizing for the low volume, because we're outdoor. Next time we can move to indoor. For a demo, we're gonna do it outdoor. All right. Okay. So again, it's just like the VuIR Touch Standard for FLIR Vue Pro. We have the same thing for the FLIR Boson on the little camera. We've demonstrated it works on the Mavic 1. Now I'm gonna attach it to the Mavic 2, and the only difference of the Mavic 2 and Mavic 1. Maybe a few differences are the sensors everywhere on a Mavic 2, but then the GPS is moved from the back to the front. So at first we were afraid that attaching anything here would affect the GPS. We did try it out yesterday, and it turns out that the Mavic 2 would handle nicely. There was, in fact, a teeny bit of decrease in the reception of the Mavic GPS reception, but when we flew it yesterday, it's still able to catch, about 12 up to 17. That's a GPS level. Okay, so I'm going to touch this one to here. What I did was just double-sided tape this mount on here, and then you can see it fits on the Mavic 2 nicely. If you stay a little longer, we're gonna fly this a little bit, just like we flew the Mavic 2 again for the fixed mount, but right now it is the gimbal. So with this gimbal, you can control everything just like that. Even more than that, I'm sorry for this. What I mean is that you can see all 10 color palettes of the FLIR Boson, and change color palettes or control most of the things on the FLIR Boson. All right. So, want to talk something about this? Do you have any questions about this previously? So, yeah.
Well, the Boson camera come in like 20 different lens sizes. Decide what lens I pick upon choosing the Boson camera. Keep in mind the Boson camera only do live video and recorded video. So that means that it doesn't take still pictures at all. So if you're a person that's looking for still pictures, Boson camera might not be the camera of your choice. So you probably have to go something with like a FLIR Vue Pro camera and above.
Yeah.
For still pictures. Now, you still could take a still pictures with a Boson camera. The way around that would be like, first you get your recorded video, you pull your SD cards from the Boson camera, then you install it into your computer, and then once you do that, you do like a screenshot. And when you do a screenshot, then that's to be your still picture you get from your recorded SD card. Now, if you want a high definition picture with the screenshot, the best way to do that is download like a software, like maybe a VLC, something like that. So you do a screenshot within the software, and that's how you get your high def. For as far as still pictures go, that's a way around it. If you want still pictures with the Boson camera and still want to go that route. But like I said, real way of really taking still pictures with the Boson camera. So that's one feature you do not have. And the Boson does not come with radiometric capabilities either. I get a lot of questions about that as well. It's just before FLIR only create a Boson 640 resolution Boson and a 320 Boson. That's your only two options as the moment goes for now. Hopefully in the future they might have a radiometric Boson camera, but right now it doesn't have one available. So I'm so sorry for that.
So yeah, you can go.
Okay. The Boson also have 10 different color palettes. You could choose one too. So it have multiple different color palettes you could do too as well. The thing about that, since the Boson camera is not Bluetooth capability, so that means you have to set your settings before each flight before you take off. So
with the fixed mount, new Boson quick, you have to select your computer and set the setting, the palette and gain, etc. But this is the gimbal, and we have the touchscreen right here to set everything on the fly, literally. So the FLIR Vue Pro, you have access to 3 palettes at the time when you fly. The next, you want to access the other palette, you have to land, connect to Bluetooth with your phone, and change using the FLIR UAS app to change the color palettes. But the FLIR Boson, we are able to display and have access to all 10 color palettes at the same time using that touchscreen, and you can touch any of the button here and change the color palettes to that visual reference palettes. Yeah. So as far as changing on the fly, yes, you can do it.
Yeah. So it's benefit to having a gimbal. The gimbal you can have up to 10 color, like he said, the 10 color palettes you can choose for. You can change it up in the flight. You can do the zoom button too as well on the touchscreen monitor that we provided you too for Boson camera. So you have all these features available for you far as the gimbal. That's what we made a gimbal for you and everything. So the gimbal would be an easy choice if you want all that features for you as well.
All right. So this phone is running out of battery, so I'm going to go ahead and fly this when it still lasts, and then we come back here and we talk about this. Yeah. All right. So this is the Mavic 2 with the FLIR Boson gimbal. Go. We did this for the Mavic 1, and now we give it a test if the Mavic 2 could handle it. And then Okay, so of course that is a little front heavy. Let me fly it away. So it's not like not that noisy. So that thing is a little bit heavy in the front because we have to attach to the front, avoid the battery, and also for it to look down a little better. So we have done that, and it's a little very better, but it can handle nicely. Okay, talking about the GPS. Let me fly it over further. Let me, okay. So talking about GPS right here, we attached that FLIR Boson gimbal on top of the Mavic 2, just like the Mavic 1. And you can see here, it fly in GPS mode normally with 10 satellites. If I am going to bring it up further, it's going to fly with more satellites. So we tested yesterday, it connected to 17 satellites at one point. And most of the time it was like 14 or 15. Okay, so now we have 11 satellites. So again, this is the Mavic 2 with the VuIR Touch for Boson. VuIR Touch Standard for Boson, 3-axis gimbal with the touchscreen controller. Here you can change the zoom, you can change the color palettes, which I'm going to do. And you have a DVR on it. You can hit the button and it will record the, I think we didn't put the SD card in. So that's why it's not recording, but it's okay. All right, here we go. Anyway, we will put the SD card in next time, and then we can record the video. All right, right now we just fly, and then you can see the satellite number with 1312, even it's at low altitude. Okay, so again, this is the Mavic 2 with a FLIR Boson gimbal, 3-axis on top. Do we see it in a video? Okay. And the Mavic 2 is quieter, much quieter than a Mavic 1. Okay. All right. So I'm going to land, and we can talk about this at the table. All right, here we go. Okay.
I think it's only with both the batteries.
You got a question?
Yeah.
Asking with the weight of the gimbal, how long the battery is going to last?
Oh, for this flight, honestly we haven't tested out yet, but in the video we did for the Mavic 1, it was well above 15 minutes.
About 15 minutes.
With the Mavic 2, it's even stronger 4S battery. The longer flight time, stop flight time, we would expect easily to get 15 at least and more. Maybe we would think that
20 minutes.
Yeah, somewhere between 15 and 20 minutes with the Mavic 2. And then don't forget about the fixed mount. Previously, and we are confident that more than 20 minutes.
Yeah. This mount you probably get like at least 25 minutes. Yeah. You know, you might get a little bit more than 25 minutes for the Mavic for the fixed mount. It really truly depends on the area you're in too, as well.
All right. So the purpose today is just to test out how the live YouTube video, how a gauge. You guys are interested in seeing this. We can do this often, and we can show more products. If you have any questions, anything, please talk to us and comment. And you can send me comment later on. This will become posted as a normal YouTube video later on, so you could continue to comment. We show here today three products: the VuIR Boson fixed mount for the Mavic and the Phantom or anything. We have the next thing is the VuIR Touch Standard for FLIR Vue Pro, and then we demonstrated it works nicely out of any drone. You move from one drone to another, hold your hand, and then the last thing, third thing we're showing today is the 3-axis gimbal for the Boson. This is for Boson 640. It looks a little big here. The 220 Boson looks a little smaller. But what we can do is we designed this for the Mavic 1, but then we can transfer it to Mavic 2 normally without any problem. Same mounting configuration. And we have not talked about this on the Mavic 2 previously. We did talk about the fixed mount, but not about the 3-axis gimbal. Another thing I want to show here is that this thing, let me turn this right side up, kind of thing, and wait for it to initialize. It takes maybe 30 seconds to initialize, or less than that. And one is stabilized. What I mean is that this thing can fit right onto any other drone as well. You know, we talked about the. Or I can have this one right here. Of course, it fits on the Mavic 1. Here I have a FLIR 2, and I can slide it on, and it works normally. You know, just in the right side up configuration. And you can change this to the FLIR 2 controller and continue to operate, or you can move this to the Phantom, and then again keep flying. And because this is Boson, it's lighter than the FLIR Vue Pro, so you can expect more flight time on the Phantom 4. All right, I think unless we have anything to add, I think we want to conclude the live event right here. And we thank you everyone for watching this and your comments. Of course, we will take more questions later on. And if you want us to do specifically anything else, we have VuIR Touch Pro with geotagging, Tab HD with HD digital video. So if you want us to do demo anything else, or even if you want to join us at the next live event, you're welcome to fly here, join us right at this table, and ask your question or demo for us. Or if we have a lot of customers who are purchased this, so if you want to demo what you've done with this solution, you're so welcome to do that, and we would really appreciate it. So thank you everyone, and if you, Joe, Eric, do you want to add something, Cheyenne?
I think we've covered all the topics for sure. Maybe the next video we're going to do the Tab HD for sure.
Yes, and we want to make sure that they follow, we may have mic to make sure the volume is not low and you can hear us well. And we apologize for the low volume today. We outdoor. So next time we promise to